I'm standing here in the MANNA kitchen here in Ban Nang Kim, Thailand. This is where the day starts for many of these kids. After they're picked up from the village, they're brought here and they're sat down for a meal. They sit together, they pray, and then they eat. This is a way for us to show God's love by meeting their physical needs before we bring them to the classrooms to meet their spiritual needs. Many of these kids not only come from very pagan backgrounds, but they come from very poor backgrounds where they're not having their physical needs met. Back in 2004, the tsunami hit this area and it was totally devastated. 2 years later, the MANNA Kitchen opened. This was God's creative way of sending people here to show God's love in the midst of a very wicked society. In the middle of all this devastation, they began the CDC. This was started to reach out to these kids, to educate them, and most of all, to give them God's love. These kids that you see behind us are our kids. These are the kids that we're giving towards every single week when we support MANNA. They are receiving about 3 meals a day, and it only costs us about $15 per month to feed each one of these kids. Every day the CDC drives into these villages and picks up these children. Every day they are driving into the darkness to pick up these kids to drive them to the light. Inside all of these homes you're going to find idols. Outside of all these homes you're going to find idols. They fall down and they worship Buddha, and that's what they're rescuing them from. When they arrive at the CDC, they're not only getting a warm meal, but they're shown the light. They are shown the truth of the gospel. They're being taught who Jesus Christ is and the difference that He'll make in their life. This is literally what the Bible talks about spiritual warfare. We're smack in the middle of it and we're doing God's work. In 2006, when the CDC first began, there was only about 60 kids in attendance. God has allowed this ministry to have such an impact on this community that more and more parents are allowing their children to come to the CDC. They want their children to be fed. They want their children to have the better life. They want them to learn English, and CDC is providing all that for them. They have grown from 60 kids to 280, and the potential is still enormous. It's just a matter of them having the funding to be able to come back into communities like this, pick up the kids, and bring them from the darkness to light. That is what we do.